topic of today's hearing is sexual harassment and sexual violence on college campuses. The number of cases alleged sexual harassment or sexual violence that have been filed against post-secondary institutions in California is disturbing and unacceptable. The United States Department of Education is actively investigating post-secondary institutions across the country. 12 of these investigations are at California campuses, which includes UC Bakersfield, UC Los Angeles, University of Los Angeles, Stanford, the University of Southern California, the California Institute of Arts, and many others. What we're talking about is significant in the nation. There's been a national conversation that has taken place not only in the United States Senate, but across the country as it relates to what we're talking about today. The numbers are astonishing, what I have read. And let me just pause for a moment. Last night, I started searching the internet, and I was looking at the statistics as well as the numbers. But most particularly, I was looking at the victims' testimonies, those individuals who've been brave enough to come out of the shadows, those individuals who have stood up and said, I will not be a victim of silence for what has transpired towards me. I want to applaud those victims, because some of you are in this room today, for being courageous enough to not be silent around this particular issue. And so would you just put your hands together? I don't care if you don't know them or not, but because they have stood up in a large way and said, I'm coming out of the shadows and not allowing my voice to be silent any longer, can you give those individuals a round of applause? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Thank you very much. The most recent study includes one issued earlier this week that's shown us that the numbers are not decreasing, these numbers are increasing, which again, I am disturbed by that. The new data shows that as many as 1 in 4 women and 1 in 16 men are the victims of attempted or complete sexual assault while in college. We are here today because we have declared that enough is enough. We have drawn a line in the sand. You remember back in school when you said, I dare you to cross this line. Well, we're drawing the line in the sand saying enough is enough. And that's the reason why we're having this hearing today. We are here today to discuss this very important issue. I am certainly recognize the importance of maintaining a safe environment on both teaching and learning. In addition to encouraging that the students are well educated about what sexual violence is and how to report it. We also want to continue to educate our faculty and staff and make sure that they are versed with the most updated policies and measures that will help them seek out and also encourage individuals to come forward. Surprisingly and sadly, that even with the information out there, the cases still increases. Less than 10% of the students who are sexually assaulted, men and women, I wanted to underscore, men and women, reports incidents on college campuses. Many of them don't report the incidents that happens on college campus to the college or the police. Some researchers have attributed this lack of willingness to report the crime to the belief that the survivors won't be taken seriously. I'm bothered by that. I'm very bothered. I want to pause for a moment, and we want to recognize my other colleague who's joined us, Mr. Tom Daly. Would you please give him a round of applause? Some students have reported that they have felt more victimed by the university administration and the individuals who's supposed to be there to help those individuals. This suggests that there is a need for a major cultural change, not just the rape culture among students, but the response culture by the members on some college campuses. Again, I said some college campuses. Today, we will discuss the efforts to better protect students by doing more to prevent, to respond, and to resolve incidents that occur around college campuses. In June of last year, the state auditor completed her audit and it was approved by the Joint Legislative Audit Committee, which identifies significant deficiencies in how campuses were handling these particular cases. The auditor issued a report based on what they have observed on UC Berkeley, UCLA, California University of Chico, and San Diego State University. The auditor confirmed what many of us already knew. Our colleges and universities must prioritize the need to improve process around prevention, responding to, and reporting student incidents. Based on reports of that has been sweeping across the nations, efforts have been made by the White House as well as both federal and state legislators to create a higher standard of expectations for prevention, response, and reporting. By now, all of our institutions in California should revisit their existing policies and made it a priority to improve outcomes.